For the first time, we're hearing from a victim of last fall's bonfire explosion near Pulaski.
I had a situation where I didn't really know how to handle it, but I did it.
It's been a difficult road, but we've got a strong family, strong community, and we'll get through it.
His family hopes for continued healing and for those responsible to be held accountable. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. Brezeczkowski spoke with us for the first time about his experience that frightening night during a fundraiser today for victims like himself. Authorities have said 50 to 60 people were at the bonfire when a partially filled drum of diesel fuel was thrown into it, causing it to explode and leaving many of the people there with burns. A 16-year-old charged in Brown County as a juvenile appeared in court this week. His charges include 2 counts of first-degree reckless injury and 1 count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. The bonfire took place in Shawano County, but the charges are being filed where the teen lives. Sheriff's officials have requested charges against 2 other people who live in Shawano County, but those charges have yet to be filed. Our Lydia Anderson shares Brzeczkowski's story in this Fox 11 follow-up.
It's been a road, not a smooth one. It's something I never thought I'd ever go through or even imagining it.
3 months after Brandon Brzeczkowski and many of his friends suffered an unimaginable night, they're grateful to see continued support amid their recoveries.
When it happened, I knew my face and my hands were bad. I didn't even know my legs got hit. Really, I walked to the truck. I got in the truck. Then at the hospital, then I knew it wasn't good.
Brandon's family was out of town that night.
My brother ended up at the hospital and some other people, his grandpa. But yeah, just something I'll never forget, and I hope I never have to go through that again.
Since then, Brandon and his family have had a tough journey.
I can't stand that long. I can't. My fingers, they don't bend really the right way they should yet, but I know they're really working me there, so I will get better, but it's going to take a little bit.
Brandon says he just wants to get back to work. Instead, he and his family have found themselves in courtrooms waiting for consequences for those who police say are responsible for what happened.
I think we should be there. At least some sort of punishment to where they know really what they did and really think about what happened. And they're never going to really have what I had or my friends had, but I mean, they should really realize that.
Brandon's dad, Bruce, says not only are the families of the victims affected, but also the kids who witnessed the explosion that night.
I don't think anybody intended for anybody to get hurt, but there's consequences when you do what they did, and there has to be some punishment for that. Accountability. So that court system will take care of that.
The family says they're overwhelmed with the support they've received, like this fundraiser.
I mean, it's not just Pulaski. I mean, it's like almost the whole entire state, country almost.
How do you repay people? Thank them. Thank this community.
The community was rocked. They were hurt. And we just thought, why not do something for the community, bring some healing. We can't relieve their pain, but we can bring them some hope.
Well, I knew this community, lived here all our lives, and we knew this community was huge on helping people. We support different things throughout the years, and we're always on the other side of helping people. And that's what we like to do, but to see the people that came out today, the cards, the prayers, the phone calls, very heartwarming for our support, for our family, for all the kids that were involved. Right. Just unbelievable, just unbelievable.
If you don't mind, what was that night like for you and your wife?
Well, a little different situation. I wasn't home. I was in Prairie du Chien playing a polka Oktoberfest with my other son. I wasn't home. She called me, told me what happened. I said, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to get back where I'm going to go. Brandon's brother Josh was happened to be working in Minnesota. Tammy called him and said, go to Prairie du Chien, pick up your dad. He drove probably 8 hours. Came pick me up, drove across the state to get to the hospital.
He was in Minnesota.
Yeah, just a complete nightmare. Just a complete nightmare. My brother ended up at the hospital, and some other people, and his grandpa. But yeah, just something I'll never forget, and I hope I never have to go through that again.
What has Brandon's recovery been like to you two?
It's been difficult at times, but he's going in the right direction. He's healing, and that's the main thing. That he can get back to his normal routine, and he will. We've learned a lot, obviously, going through this. A lot of people came out and talked to us too, and we want to reach out to. The hospital in Milwaukee's been amazing. Just amazing people down there. It's been a difficult road, but we've got a strong family, strong community, and we'll get through it.
Court proceedings are happening. You've been in attendance. I mean, what are you
Yes.
thinking?
Well, like Brandon said, obviously we can't say a lot, but I don't think anybody intended for anybody to get hurt. But there's consequences when you do what they did, and there has to be some punishment for that. Accountability. So that court system will take care of that part of it, and we'll be there for wherever we can attend to go through that. But I guess they have to know that, obviously that wasn't the right thing to do. A lot of families got affected. Not even the kids that didn't get burnt, the kids that seen what happened that night are affected. So, like I said, the court system will take care of that.
What are the next steps? Anything planned or anything you're hoping for?
The next steps, well, he's healing pretty decent. He's driving now. He can go see his buddies. Obviously, he doesn't want to see mom and dad too much anymore. But
We go for a fish once in a while. That's kind of fun.
we try to get him out to do things. Obviously he's not working yet, but he'll get to that point. So the next step of the healing process is, getting through this and getting him back to work and trying to get our lives back going again. So that's what we're working towards. And the number of people, the people we don't even know, reaching out, sending money, prayers, cards. It's just been unbelievable. How do you repay people? Thank them. Thank this community.
A lot better from when it happened or whatever. Hospital and everything. It's getting better. It's not the same, but
Yeah, I'm sure.
Getting there.
And what has recovery been like? I mean, take us through that a little bit.
it's been a road, not a smooth one. Something I never thought I'd ever go through or even imagining it. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts, but I'm here still, so that's all that matters, I guess.
And what has the community support been like to you?
Oh, wow. Unreal. I didn't even think this would be unreal on how much stuff there is and money and the community and cards. A lot.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good.
And how does that make you feel, seeing the community come
I don't like I'm not a big fan of, I like helping others. So when people help me, I guess, I want to give it back. That's all I want to do, really.
And I mean, what was that night like, if you feel comfortable?
And it was crazy, chaotic. It was just, everyone was gone for my family. It was just, I had a situation where I didn't really know how to handle it, but I did it somehow, I guess. It was nuts. It was crazy.
How did you feel in that moment?
I didn't really. I knew when it happened. I knew my face and my hands were bad. I didn't even know my legs got hit. Really, I walked to the truck. I got in the truck. Then at the hospital, then I knew that it wasn't good, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Court proceedings are happening now.
Yep.
I mean, Have you been paying attention? What do you kind of think of that?
Yeah, not supposed to say too much about that one, but yeah, we've been there. I mean, I think we should be there. At least some sort of punishment to where they know really what they did, and really think about what happened, and they're never gonna really have what I had or what any of the other my friends had, but I mean, they should really realize that, like, they should just take what their punishment is and think about it, I guess. I mean, I'm not on that side, I guess, which is probably a good thing too, but they're never gonna go through what I had to go through, and my mom and dad and everyone else, really.
What are your next steps in recovery?
Well, I really want to get back to work. I don't know when that's gonna happen. We never got updates, or we never really got a timeline on really when I'm gonna get back. But I think it's me, yeah, and therapy. A lot of therapy, a lot. Hands, face, and my legs. So I got like three different
Occupational,
yeah,
speech, and physical.
and they're all different people or doctors or whatever. So.
And what's therapy been like? Difficult?
At times, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it can be difficult. I can't stand that long. I can't. My fingers, they don't bend really the right way they should yet, but I know they're really working me there, so I will get better, but it's going to take a little bit. I knew people knew me, or even people that don't even know me. I don't even know any of these people, you know? I mean, it's not just Pulaski. I mean, it's like almost the whole entire state, country almost. I mean, there's people all over the place. So, yeah, it's pretty neat to see that, but